Hey patrons, it's Jodelle, and I've got a sneak peek at the upcoming challenge I'm going to do for you guys for the upcoming 2018 year. So it's kind of a fun challenge, and I thought I'd go ahead and give it out to you so you know what to expect so that you can kind of try it yourself. Okay, so here goes. It's really hard to start a new habit, right? We all kind of tend to like set your resolutions or whatever, even though I always kind of say it doesn't have to be an all or nothing approach. You could just make small shifts in the beginning of just like, okay, I'm going to drink more water, or okay, I'm going to exercise and do one Tabata a day for like 5 minutes, or I'm going to walk more, or I'm going to sleep 30 minutes earlier than I normally go to bed. Okay, so all of these are like little healthy habits that can also help you achieve better wellness and health overall. So it doesn't have to be these big, huge changes. And one way to implement this is with this upcoming challenge, and you can go ahead and try it out this week or whenever you want just to get the idea of what's going to happen. But it's going to be kind of fun. So all of us tend to have one of these, right? The cell phone, and it's going off with texts pretty much all day long for many of us. So one thing you can do with this device that I really would love to throw out the window sometime, but I thought, you know what, let's make good use of this thing. Every time you get a text message, I want you to, well, first, I want you to decide what habit it is that you're wanting to adopt. Okay, so let's say it is drinking more water. Every time you get a text message, before you check the text, you have to do your habit. So you have to take a drink of water. Okay, so it's kind of neat. So the annoying part of getting a text becomes kind of the way to improve yourself. So let's say it was, I'm going to do 10 push-ups every time I get a text message because I want to get stronger in my upper body. Okay, so before you check that text message, you have to do 10 push-ups. Or I want to go to sleep a little bit earlier. So that one might be a little more of a challenge, but you could do a habit that prepares you to sleep that night, because ideally, everything we do all day long determines how well we're going to sleep that night and how early we're going to go to bed. So you could, say every time I get a text message, I'm going to do one thing that needs to be done so I don't have to do it later in the evening tonight. Or I'm going to research for just a second a sleep habit that will help me tonight. Okay, so that could be every time a text message goes off, you could research something that you're going to do to improve your sleep habits that night. Okay, so kind of think about now's a good time to start thinking about that habit that you want to create. Write it down, and then prepare for January 1st, trying for at least a week. So about 7 days of every time that text message goes off, you do that habit. Again, it could be something like an exercise related habit to where you're wanting to start getting more steps in or something like that. So every time you get a text message, you have to take like 25 steps, before you answer the text, something like that. Okay. So decide what it is, write it down, practice it maybe a couple times as you're getting text messages this week, and then be determined that come the first part of January, we're going to really set this in stone and give it a valiant effort. Ideally, I'd like to see somebody do this for about 7 days, so it's going to be a 7-day challenge, but if you want to go longer than that, that's fine with me. And you may find that the habit that you thought might be a little difficult to adopt actually becomes really easy, because the texts kind of become that little ding in your mind of something that you need to do. So let me know what you're going to do. I'd love to hear what you're going to challenge yourself with as far as creating a new habit, and share this with your friends, because we want as many people part of this challenge as possible, and make some good use of these devices that really just radiate our brains half the time. So there you go. Let me know, and I'll be back with maybe some more insights on what to challenge yourself with before we get to the new year. Okay?